Good evening, everyone. Coming up is match number 47 from Dubai between the Sunrisers Hyderabad and the Delhi Capitals. Welcome to Power Play. I'm Afreen Khan, and with me is Mr. Prasin Mautkar. Hello, Prasin. Will we get the first team for the playoffs today?
Hi, Afreen. Look, I mean, 16 points is no more qualification guarantee because all teams except SRH and Chennai Super Kings, according to what I think is can make 16 points. So definitely won't be guaranteed a place in the playoffs, but definitely it'll be a boost, especially for the Delhi Capitals. They really need to win this match. They have two matches. They've lost their last two matches, and the next two games after this is against RCB and Mumbai Indians. So Delhi Capitals definitely need to win this match, else it could get a lot more tougher against Mumbai and RCB.
Still some slim chance for the Hyderabad to be in the race for playoffs. They will take some inspiration from the Kings 11 Punjab team, which literally snatched victory from them in the last game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they are in with a chance of making the playoffs, but again, they have been inconsistent. Their batting hasn't looked great. Against the Rajasthan Royals, Manish Pandey looked full on fire, and Vijay Shankar complimented him well. But last match, Manish Pandey was very poor. 29 ball 15. They failed to chase down 30 runs of the last 5 overs, and they were all over the place. So SRH have definitely been inconsistent. They haven't really proven their worth, and they will need to put up a good performance because the Delhi Capitals bowling is very experienced with Rabada, Nokia, Ashwin, Aksar, and obviously spin will play a big role. If we're playing in Dubai, the pitch tends to slow down a fair bit. There's a bit of grip for the spinners as well. And with Aksar and Ashwin in good form, the Sunrisers will definitely have a big task of doing well with the bat initially because they have the batsmen, but they just haven't showcased it so far.
Well, as you said, their inconsistency. Hyderabad's inconsistency is hurting. Their big names, Warner, Manish Pandey, haven't been so consistent. Also, Rashid Khan has been overworking, and their youngsters, they haven't played with responsibility as well.
Yeah, I think it's good for them that Rashid Khan enjoys the responsibility and enjoys soaking in the pressure because they would have otherwise been in trouble if it was just any other domestic Indian spinner. But Rashid Khan loves the challenge, and he's been the trump card in the matches so far. In Bhuvneshwar Kumar's absence, obviously they've needed someone to step up, and Rashid Khan has done that to a certain extent. The last time these two sides met, even Rashid Khan was the man of the match in that, and he picked up important wickets of I think Dhawan, Shreyas Iyer, and Rishabh Pant, three key batsmen in the Delhi Capital setup. So again, he will be important in this match, and the other bowlers also have to respond because again, it can't come down to the batting. They have firepower in the batting unit, but the batting hasn't clicked. We spoke about earlier, and so a lot will depend on the bowlers as well today.
So we saw all the top teams struggling in the towards the end of the tournament. It's about time for the big teams for some revival before the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why the Delhi Capitals need to win today because they are stuck with 14 points. They have three more matches to go. They're playing today against the Sunrisers Hyderabad. They aren't exactly, a very strong team, but then again, as you mentioned, we had a very surprising weekend and the past week wherein all the bottom place teams really picked up important wins, and that could be the case. Again, that's what this IPL is about. There is no team that can be taken lightly, and so the Delhi Capitals have a good chance of topping the table today. And unfortunately, their batting hasn't really fired. The middle order, Shikhar Dhawan's good performances basically camouflaged the policies of the middle order. So they will need to fire. And one man who will be very important to their fortunes is Rishabh Pant, of course. He's been excluded from the T20 and ODI squad for the Tour of Australia. He'll be itching to prove his critics wrong and put up a good show. So I feel he could be someone who would be very important to their chances today.
Well, we saw Ajinkya Rahani coming in place of Prithvi Shaw in the last game. However, he didn't get to disturb the scoreboard. But we all are aware that he is a classy player and can actually anchor an inning.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's someone who can change the game completely. But he isn't exactly in the T20 attacking mold sort of a player. But what he does is he takes pressure off Shikhar Dhawan, and Shikhar Dhawan obviously he did fail in the last game, but then again, he has two half centuries, he has two centuries to his name. So he's someone who'd be very crucial to their chances, up front. And Ajinkya Rahane isn't exactly, as we spoke, he's not someone who'll give you a cameo. He won't get you off to a very, very bright start. He won't give you a 20 ball 40 that probably Prithvi Shaw will give. But he's that assurance in the middle. And unfortunately, against KKR, he was out very early, but you can expect him to do well in this match today, considering that they are in a very dire situation. He'll want to stick at the crease and make sure that the others play well around him to get Delhi, towards a good total. I mean, while chasing the target.
All right, the news from the middle is Delhi have opted to bowl first, and Warner had mentioned that he was wanting to bat first, and the SRH have made three changes. Williamson, Saha, and Nadeem are in for Bairstow, Priyamgar, and Khalil. What's your take on that? Three changes in a crucial match.
Yeah, look, they're very desperate, obviously, to pick up wins because they have been inconsistent. Johnny Bairstow definitely is a surprise for me, but they had to drop someone. And I feel, with Jason Holder coming into their side, they're adding more might to their bowling. Otherwise, their bowling is full of Indian resources, and they probably wanted Holder there because he picked up 3 wickets in his first match, and he was impressive in the last game also against the Royals. So they wanted to stick with him, and you obviously can't drop the captain, and neither can you drop Rashid Khan. So the only scapegoat they had was Johnny Bairstow, and Saha is of the similar. Williamson is of the similar mold. He's someone who can attack from ball one and take down the bowlers. He isn't exactly someone who can come towards the end and score big for them. So Williamson will be used up front. But it'll be interesting to see who opens the batting because the last time Saha played, he scored a 31 ball 30, and I don't think they'll trust him in the middle order. So we might see either of Saha and Warner open or Williamson and Warner open, but we'll need to wait and watch for that. And yeah, Shahbaz Nadeem coming in obviously is that extra spin option. Dubai has produced a lot of spin and a lot of grip as well. So he comes in and he hasn't bowled too much. I think the one match he played, he bowled just a 1 over, if I'm not wrong. So he'll have an important role to play today alongside Rashid Khan.
Well, we'll get to see Shabazz against his former team today. Talking about youngster Tushar Pandey, he was very exciting in the first few matches he played, but since then he's been leaking quite a few runs. And good to see the DC still, backing him, and he's still in the playing 11.
Yeah, I think that's one of their biggest strengths this season that they've backed, the players to come good. They haven't chopped and changed too much. It's just that when Rishabh Pant was injured, Shimran had to sit out because they needed someone to come and take the gloves. And that's why Alex Carey came in and, obviously Ajinkya Rahane came in place of Pant. But they haven't changed too much. Unfortunately, an injury to Ishant Sharma meant that Mo Sharma had to take his place. Then Harshal Patel came in, and now they're stuck with Tushar Deshpande. He is exciting. He is young. He got battered by Chris Gale against Kings of Punjab, but he bowls fast. He bowls at 130, 135, 140. He's someone who has a lot of heart. So it's good to see that they've backed him, and he will definitely learn under Kahisar Abada and Andrik Nokia's leadership in that bowling unit. So good to see they've stuck with him, and if he puts on a good show today, it can only be good for the future of Indian cricket.
Well, a lot of exciting players in both the teams. I'm sure it'll be a very exciting fantasy team as well. Please take us through your team for today, Prasen.
Yeah, well, we might have to make a few changes here because a couple of players aren't playing. But look, I mean, we initially picked Johnny Bairstow because we thought he's going to do well and put on a show. But of course, he's not playing today. So you can just go on for a direct swap and get in Kane Williamson in his place. Rishabh Pant, we spoke about how he needs to come good. He needs to prove his critics wrong. And, he'll be a sorry, he'll be a key part of that unit. He'll want to show that he's not all about playing slow. He can really turn the game in towards Delhi's favor, so he'll be important. Priyam Garg and David Warner. Look, David Warner, it's his birthday today, and we know how that's turned out for a few teams when players play on their birthday. But I mean, that's all. That's all just a coincidence, probably. But Warner will be crucial to his side's chances. Um, because of the fact that the Sunrisers are batting first, he'll want to make the most use of what is on offer, and he'll want to put up a big score. And similar is the case with all the batsmen. Really, you can't really pinpoint one person and say that this guy is going to do the job for you. But again, Priyam Garg is also not playing, so you might want to probably remove Priyam Garg and maybe put in Abdul Samad, who might also chip in with a little bit of leg spin as well in this game, considering that we're playing in Dubai. Vijay Shankar will be crucial to his side's chances, at number 4, and he can also offer a little bit with the ball. So he'll be an important part. Shikhar Dhawan, again, we spoke about how he didn't come good last match, but all players have good times and bad times, and he came into the game after scoring over 300 runs in 4 matches. So it was only expected that he won't be able to score in every game. But yeah, Ajinkya Rahani, as I said, he'll have to play that anchor's role at the top and allow the others to express themselves around him. And as for the bowlers, Andrik Nokke and Kagiso Rabada are in the top 10 of the wicket takers list, and so they are important to their side's fortunes today. With the new ball, they'll want to make early inroads because the capitals have opted to bowl. And with Bairstow out and a little bit of, again, Saha hasn't done too well with the bat in the limited opportunity he's got. So they'll want to make early inroads, the Delhi Capitals bowlers. As for the Sunrisers bowlers, we've gone with Rashid Khan and Sandeep Sharma. Sandeep Sharma swings the ball early on, and he's someone who can really trouble the batsman with his variations in swing. And Rashid Khan, obviously champion cricketer, you can't leave him out. With last time again, as when Sunrisers played Delhi, he was the main guy who took those important wickets, and again today he'll be important. So yeah, I think overall we've got a good side. If you're putting Bairstow out of your side, you can go with Rishabh Pant as your captain because we're really backing him to come good today. I think he'll be angry, he'll be hungry to come good, so he could be a good choice as captain.
Well, I have Iyer in my team instead of Shikhar Dhawan and Priyam Garg. I will be replacing him with either Manish Pandey or Samad, as you suggested.
Yeah.
So, Sunrisers Hyderabad batting first, their captain's birthday today. What is the total they'll be looking forward to defend it against the mighty Delhi Capitals batting order?
Look, I mean, again, we're talking about a mighty Delhi Capitals unit, which we thought was mighty, but over the last few games, they haven't really performed. But yeah, I mean, you can't really put on a team which has Dhawan, Rahane, Iyer, Hetmeyer, Stoinis, very, very big names in that side. So Sunrisers definitely have their task cut out, but I feel they're a little bit more balanced this time with their bowling. The batting is the problem. So I feel that they'll probably target anywhere around 160, 170, and with Rashid Khan and Shahbaz Nadeem in the side, two proper spinners. We're playing in Dubai, so they will definitely come into play. So I think anywhere around 160, 170 should be a challenging total.
And your prediction for today, biryani or chole bhature?
Well, I feel Chole Bhature. The Delhi Capitals will probably go back to their hotel and enjoy a good plate of it. Yeah, look, I mean, why I picked Delhi is because they'll be hungry to come good. They need just one win to get those 16 points. Again, it doesn't assure them a place in the playoffs, but they know that they're playing the Mumbai Indians and the Royal Challengers Bangalore in the next two games. Not
Hmm.
two easy teams, but the Sunrisers Hyderabad have been inconsistent, and so I feel the Delhi Capitals will come very hard at them today, and they've also won the toss. I think they'll have their plans in place, and so I'm backing Delhi Capitals to come good today.
Well, for a change, I'll go and back the Sunrisers Hyderabad because it's their captain's birthday. So थोड़ा celebrations तो बनता है.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people, our viewers are, asking some question. One question is, can Punjab obtain the first or second position in the points table?
Well,
Who can give
mathematically
her?
it is possible. There's no doubt,
Hmm.
that they can get to the top because they've played 12 matches. They have 12 points. They have two more games left in their kitty, and they can get to 16 points. But I mean, in terms of their form, they're definitely looking a great side. But I feel two among MIDC or RCB will make the top because they have three games in hand and all of them are on 14 points and they just need two wins out of their next three games to make the top two. So it's highly unlikely that the Kingsland Punjab will make the top two. I feel they might finish fourth if they qualify for the playoffs and not more than that.
So big game tomorrow again between the Mumbai Indians and the Royal Challengers Bangalore. So again, both the teams, they've lost a few matches in the last week or so. So which team can go ahead and enter the qualifiers first?
Yeah, I mean, the Mumbai Indians are looking a very good unit. I think, they have real big match winners in their side. They haven't had to depend on just one or two players. RCB, on the other hand, we've spoken about how Devdutt Padikkal has been amazing. Aaron Finch, adds that firepower. But you need to call a spade a spade. The openers haven't really done a great job in the last 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 matches. They've really fizzled out and they haven't been able to provide aggressive starts. And against a team like Mumbai Indians, their bowling is really clicking, the batting is really clicking. RCB will be on the back foot because obviously MI are also defending champions. Hardik Pandya is back in form, and he was probably the only batsman who wasn't looking good or didn't even get those many opportunities to look good. So with Hardik Pandya back in form, it's ominous signs for RCB. But look, again, RCB are third on the points table, and it's because they've been consistent with their performances. And so, yeah, you just need to give them credit and go with it. So I think
Well, a
the
lot
Mumbai
of
Indians might have a little bit of an advantage. And if they win, they'll obviously top the table. So yeah, a lot to play for tomorrow.
a lot of exciting matches coming up this week, Prasen. We'll get to know our top four teams before the playoffs. And
Yep.
thank you so much for today, Prasen. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
viewer, for tuning. We will meet tomorrow at 7 p.m. again for another preview. Till then, enjoy the game, all of you. Stay safe. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you so much. Bye.